What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Make sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Halo, 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 Halo. Loved the games, hated that TV show. Looked great, sounded great, wasn't great. Characters were nothing like they should have been. They changed a lot of themes that were done better in the games, and they added themes that weren't in there at all. I didn't like it. And among its many sins, its plethora of sins or transgressions against the lore, I mean, they're definitely getting a free sandwich on their punch card. They took his helmet off. The biggest one is they took all of it off. They took all of his armor off, and then they made him have sex with a human member of the Covenant, which shouldn't exist. And, I will point out, thank you for at least showing her naked instead of just the dudes. Let's have some equality, go back to 50-50, 50-50 nudity if we're going to do that. But it was very not liked by anyone. And now Pablo is admitting that, probably wasn't the best idea. We probably shouldn't have done that. Halo TV series star Pablo Schreiber agrees that the Master Chief sex scene was a bad idea. I felt it was a huge mistake at the time, and I argued, like near universally everyone who watched the series itself. Live-action Halo TV series star Pablo Schreiber has revealed that not only was he against the series' decision to feature its infamous Master Chief sex scene, but that he had tried his best, albeit unsuccessfully, to lobby against its inclusion in the final product. For those who may not remember, if you're either smart, lucky, or just never saw it in the first place, or you're like me and you've blocked it out to prevent your psyche from having long-term damage, the moment in question took place in the 8th episode of the series' first season, Allegiance. Therein, after having shared a Forerunner technology-induced vision of an actual Halo ring world with Covenant-adopted human Maki, the Master Chief makes an effort to reach out in order to both make sense of their experience and attempt to bring her back onto the side of humanity, because she was kidnapped when she was very young. But after he proposes using her ability to communicate with the Forerunner Keystone in order to allow the UNSC to find and deliver a crushing blow against the Covenant homeworld, he soon discovers that the UNSC handlers are less than enthused with the idea of allowing a high-ranking enemy asset to coordinate such a plan. Yeah, and we'll ignore the fact that Master Chief was allowed to go into the brig and have sex with a fucking prisoner of war. I digress. Because yes, I understand it's a fictional military. They still have rules like the real one is based on. Anyway, however, left with little other options to gain a strategic advantage against their foes, the UNSC reluctantly agrees to the Chief's request. With approval for her assistance given, the Chief makes his way to Maki's room to not only inform her of the news, but also give her some but also to give her a copy of a children's book she remembered enjoying prior to her young abduction by the Covenant. Spurred on by a combination of his empathy and the psychic intimacy of their shared Forerunner vision, Maki ultimately responds to the Chief's kindness with a kiss, to which he responds by passionately reciprocating. From there, the two eventually move into being more they fuck while Cortana watches them. Don't worry, there's no amount of context that could even remotely begin to provide any rational or even artistic reason for this scene's inclusion. Not that it could make it seem rational, but when you understand the logic of the people in the writer's room, it's completely illogical that they would do this. At best, it amounts to a heavy-handed incident of network television trying to convince its viewers that this adaptation of a child's toy is actually super serious adult television. And ironically, they produced a childlike product while the games and storyline and moments are far more adult than this shit ever could be. As it seems the aforementioned Schreiber agrees. Yeah, let's see what Pablo says. The decision to make the connection between Maki and John a romantic connection was a huge mistake. I felt it was a huge mistake at the time, and I argued against it and fought against it. He then recalled, but I am who I am. I don't write the scripts. I only give my opinion. It wasn't listened to. It sounds a lot like I was just following orders. Second season, Halo, well, Plot around. Yeah. God, Spencer, my man. Spencer Bakuli, I love your articles, but I want to tell you, this is like the fourth time I've recorded this because your writing in this has been atrocious, and I've had to edit it now on the fly. My brother in Christ, thank you, but spell check and reread, man. Some of these have been mouthfuls. The second season Halo, believe he meant to say the second season of Halo, whose plot will revolve around a Master Chief centric retelling of the franchise's famous Fall of Reach event, is currently set to splat, that's about right, onto Paramount Network on February 8th. Yeah, great. You knew it was wrong and you did it anyway. That's good, Pablo. That's good. Maybe next time have some fucking balls and say no and refuse to do it if you know it's wrong. That's just me. I know. He's just trying to get paid. I know. Luke, too. I say the same thing to Mark. Why? Why didn't you just say no? Why didn't you just say no? But he just drank that green titty milk on Octo. Pablo just took off the armor. That's the thing. They apologized. You know who did have some fucking standards and left? Henry. Henry didn't just go, well, just doing what I'm told. He made it to the third season and then he bounced, even though he would have stayed for 5 or more. So just saying, it could be done. Yeah. All right. Let me know what you think about this. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.